Hi everybody, my name is Samuel and in today's video we will be talking about trading indicators and if they are still usable in 2025. Let's get into it. So first of all, let's understand what indicators are. Indicators are a tool or a helper for a trader to decide on market opportunities and trends. The first and most important thing about indicators that we need to understand is that they get all their data only from price action. This means that indicators do not have any different source than actually what you see is happening on the charts. Now, I personally in my strategy use indicators, but they are not the most important part of it. So I will show you today my top 3 picks of indicators that I actually use. Let's get to it. We are now on the chart and let me show you the first indicators I use. The first indicator I personally use is ICT kill zone and pivots. This one I only use to see different market windows, their highs and lows. As you can see, this indicators marks you the Asia high, low, London high, low, and also New York high and lows pretty easily, so you can quickly see all the levels. Also, it marks the true day open for you. But sometimes you need to change in here the time in which it is happening because of time differences in different time zones. So to show you how I actually use this indicator, let me use this replay trading that we are currently in, and as you see, I would mark this. I just marked this low here that I found, and I would mark this London low. As you can see, it was tested here and respected. So this is just an easy, quick way of seeing what happened to the market previously. As I said, indicators are only helpers. Second indicators I definitely use and I would maybe recommend is this FVG Nephew Sam. These indicators provides you with detailed info about fair value gaps. Let me show you how it works. Let me display it. And as you can see, we can see all the fair value gaps that were created. But there is a big catch here. Not all the fair value gaps that are actually created on the market are tradable. This has to be connected to another strategy or more indications of a trade than only this simple indicator. I use this indicator just to see where the fair value gaps were created. I do not trade every single one of them. Sometimes I do not even trade one of them. You need to have a complete strategy that this indicator can just help in, not put your whole strategy or your trading around this simple indicator. Okay, we are now back at the charts. And let me show you one setting that I changed here that was tested by me and I think is the best one. If you go to the inputs and you set the length of boxes to 50, then I think is the best setting for this indicator. I also use this one only on the 1 minute time frame to trade daily, but on higher time frames I just mark the zones to know where they are. Such as here, this 15-minute fair value gap, I would have marked it here. Come back to the 1 minute chart just to be sure that I know there is there. I'm not saying this one will be traded, this one needs to be accepted, but most of the times price action at least reacts to these zones, so I know where they are. But in most cases price action at least reacts to these kind of zones, so it's better to have them marked to know where they are. And the last indicator for me, one of the most important ones, is VWAP. What is a VWAP? So VWAP is a volume weighted average price. In simple terms, it is a tool that calculates the average price of an asset weighted by its volume over a specific time period. I use VWAP in the simplest form possible. You don't need to understand a whole lot about it. Let me show you how I use it. So as you see, we are back on the chart. So the easiest thing I usually do is I check where the VWAP is and I check where we are trading in the current day. If we are trading below it or if we are trading above it. This helps me in a simple way just by checking what was the previous trend on the market. As you can see, in this session we were trading below it, and this here on a 1 minute chart would have been a great trade opportunity. So as you can see, here we have a nice trade opportunity. This is called a VWAP refill and it is combined with a fair value gap. So if we went short right here on this price, with stop loss above this VWAP, and we would target at least 2.5 risk reward ratio. Let's fast forward. We would hit take profit right here. So this is one of the uses of VWAP, how it can be used. I wouldn't personally take the short trade, but this is a great example on how it can be used. So these are all the indicators that I use. As you see, I use them in the simplest form. I do not rely on them. I do not put my money on them. I put the money on myself, on my strategy, on my thinking, and what I'm seeing on the market. Indicators are just my helpers. They make it easier for me to see things that I might be interested in, but I do not necessarily trade on depending on these indicators. That's all from me. This is the showcase of my indicators. In upcoming videos, I will describe my strategy in more detail, and I will show you how I actually take trades, what I see on the market. So be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and join my daily lives where we trade Nasdaq live. See you next time.